Konnichiwa minasan, Anton in Japan here, and welcome to Shinjuku, central Tokyo, where we're turning this 51-year-old Japanese house into a Japandi retreat. In this episode, we're bracing for earthquakes, we're putting in a concrete slab under the house, we're doing the entire flooring, insulation, we're taking you to the hardware store, the cheapest one in Tokyo, and we'll reveal all the material costs in getting the house into this shape. Right now, I'll take you to the local lumber yard. Some people who's helped me tremendously in renovating my houses here in Japan.
If you read my book, you know that there's one company that always have my back. And even though this new house is in Shinjuku, I'm willingly traveling about 30 minutes down south to visit my local lumber. Taicho and Chancho, hopefully they're there. I haven't seen them in a few months. 自己紹介ももらっていいですか？いや大丈夫ですよ。一言だけ。名前なんですか？
深見です。
材木は何年やってます？
材木はね、もう30年かな。
いいですね。
これが値段ね。45角。
はい。これを30本ですね。
それは30本ね。
はい。ヒノキのね。
そうですね。で、これがベイマツで90角のやつが今ないから、
はい、取り寄せ
しときますから。
はい。
それでいい。
完璧です。やっぱ赤身がかっこいいですね。
So it's hard to imagine how heavy this wood actually is. We have new braces here, we have all the framing for the floor, we have the obiki, all the kanamono, all the bracings and all the metal parts. But this is all about 500-600 kilos of wood. High grade, low grade, everything. Not so much low grade. The lowest grade material here is something called whitewood, but we're mostly using hinoki and also beimatsu, pine tree right here. Carrying this all in, they came with 2 big trucks. Me and my buddies, we carried it all in here together, and I'm paying my invoices once a month for all this wood. $2,000, despite having a wood shock even here in Japan as well, I think is not that expensive, really. Inside here as well, we have about 30 slates of 4mm plywood that we'll put on the walls upstairs before we paint with jori patto. That's how we want to change the walls on the second floor, because we can't really paint as is. So we had a few cubics of wood delivered here, but how do you work when you have wood everywhere? So that's why we built this kind of stand in the right corner there, and also here in the staircase.
It's funny, when you order from my local daimoku-san, they calculate the wood in, you see there, in cubic meters. So almost 1 cubic meter of, here it says beimatsu, which is a kind of pine, and here's everything else I ordered.
So we're right now in Mitaka, and we're buying some, not silicone, not corking, but we're buying screws and stuff. At Mitaka, it's about 50 minutes away from Tokyo. Here with Kazuki, my carpenter. He's been buying a lot of screws and stuff. Screws, beads, a lot of other things. I leave most of the choices to him. He's teaching me a lot of things today. I don't know, I haven't really been wanting to buy too many clothes and too much things lately, but like walking in here, I feel like a kid in a candy store.
A place where I can spend countless of hours is a Japanese home center. As you walk through the aisles, the myriad of products and their specific functions can be quite overwhelming. As a foreigner, it's all too easy to pick something that's almost right. Trust me, I've been there. Having a pro like Kazuki to guide you is invaluable. It saves a ton of headaches, especially with complex tasks like structural adjustments to your home. You definitely don't want to choose the wrong materials or the wrong type of wood, which might not withstand challenges like earthquakes, humidity, and termites, all common here in Japan. I've learned these lessons the hard way in previous projects. In this Japandi house we're renovating right now, one of our significant missteps was attempting to lower the floor without the right approach. Let me tell you about that.
The biggest failure so far is, as I showed you in the first video, the staircase. I wanted to lower the floor here about 1 step, 25 centimeters, as I did in my previous renovation project. Unfortunately, we had these concretes, the beams and everything that's going on in the foundation here. And to cut in concrete and lower the house, it was too much of work. So we're going back to the same floor height as the house was in the beginning. So how are we making the staircase look nice? It looks nice almost as is, but I want the first step to be a cool stone or a really nice piece of wood. But instead of just keeping the staircase as is, we go ahead with the original design plans, but in order to do that, we gotta remove this one. So, in most old Japanese houses, they don't have insulation, they don't have a concrete slab, but we don't want any humidity in the foundation either, so we added a concrete slab. This was supposed to be about 20,000, 200,000 yen, but as with renovation, everything budget-wise always gets extended. So this ended up costing me about 300,000 yen, but he did a fantastic job pouring this concrete. There was a big namakonsha, concrete kind of truck parking in front of here, putting in all this stuff. What they did was they anchored the net, the wire mesh in Japanese, and they added holes in the grate foundation, concrete screws inside the foundation, so the mesh kind of like gives some sturdiness in all directions of the house. And then they poured 2 or 3 cubics of concrete, and we kind of miscalculated a little bit, so we needed more volume in the concrete, and that was one of the reasons why we went over budget with the concrete. I'm a little worried about mice. In Japanese houses, they have gokiburi, and they also have nezumi, mice. So we want to cover these kind of airflow holes. If you would build a new house, you wouldn't really have those kind of ventilation gaps. You would have on top of the concrete, you would have like kind of a black foamy thing that kind of like vents the air in and out. But since we don't have that, we don't want to raise the wood of the entire house. So this is all DIY. So we just bought a long roll of mesh, and maybe you can't see, but we have about 6 of these vents. So we just cut it with a wire cutter and putting these nets up on all the vents. So as you see, we've removed a lot of walls, we've removed a lot of storage, and on the first floor, we also removed a pillar that was standing right here. Instead of this pillar, we added this beautiful, soon to be beautiful, beimatsu beam in the ceiling, connecting this pillar right here and the pillar right there. We will eventually sand it and put a really nice oil. And the idea is to also put one more pillar attaching this one and that one, probably in the same pine material as this one. Obviously, when removing walls and removing beams and pillars like this, you always have to consult with a pro. So please be aware. But I think this will look fantastic. Having a kitchen here, the main porcelain sink here, all the beautiful tiles, and then a dining table right here, and away with the pillar, and we can put the fridge right here. So, earthquake safety, we added braces. This here is a beimatsu, a pine, a dark red-ish pine, and is one of the 2 visible Kessho Sujikai braces that we add for earthquake safety in this house. I personally find them really beautiful. In some old houses you can see them made in metal, but I love wood. I prefer working with wood, and I find these ones incredibly beautiful. So this is the second brace that we will add. In this wall right here, there will be a pillar, a covered wall, nice sofa, and then a senmendai, a vanity here. And as I said, I love these X's, and the second X, woo, will come right here. It's my stomach. So doing the framework in a Japanese old house, we are using these xoxo to adjust the height of the floor. We're not using them in wood because we don't want to attract any termites. So this is all a metal one. We just have a hammer drill. Okay, so the holes are in. Now we just need to attach the xoxo to the concrete with screws. These screws. We just need some bond, some glue, and an impact driver. Have you seen mine?
Does somebody need an impact driver and glue? All right.
Wow, you're always saving me, Alex.
Always
Thank
at the
you very
right
much.
time.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's your glue.
Thank you very much. You know how to use this one?
I have no idea.
So we gotta unscrew this one at first.
Okay.
And then can you do me the honor and squeeze some of this gnarly stuff under here?
Okay. Where?
Under,
Just everywhere?
yes, just everywhere.
Okay.
Be a little tekto.
It's weirdly flaccid, but okay.
You can do it.
Okay.
Screw it down. So when the kozeska is in place and the glue is in place, we just drill these concrete screws inside the holes.
Great.
You mind doing me the favor?
Sure. Where should I?
Oop.
Where should I go?
Okay, put it in the right hole.
With the glue on it.
Yes. Yes, that's
There it
perfect.
is.
Gambare, gambare.
I got it.
Perfect.
All right.
Next
Next.
one.
All right, let's get this one in.
Oh, it's
Nope, that's not it.
I think it's just the angle.
Yeah.
Should I do it from here?
Yeah, if you could get it in. There you
Boom. I think you did a fantastic job, but I can do it even better, Alex. Okay, so great job, Alex.
Yay.
Boom. Yee-hoo!
go. All right. I don't know what we just did, but we did it.
Yes.
Great.
Not bad for being the most handsome American real estate agent in Tokyo.
Thank
Right?
you. All right,
Yes.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
You should take that one.
But I mean, I love what you've done with the place. You managed to completely tear it apart, so that's a good start.
It is. It is. We're building it up again, and I thought that maybe we can do some DIY together.
Sure. All right. I just put in 2 screws.
You did a great job, a fantastic job, I think.
Great.
Maybe we should put in some framework as well.
Sure. Let's do it. All right. So I got my drill.
You do?
Yep. Now what?
Now, let me add some holes, and maybe you have some wooden screws that we can attach.
I might. I do.
Oh, you do. You are a savior.
There it is. There it is. And this
Thank you very
beautiful
much.
Swedish belt thing that I did not get from you earlier.
Yes.
But yes, this actually comes with some wood screws. So here we go. Oh, am I doing it myself?
think this is a job for an American broker.
Okay, great. By the way, hold on a second. Let me just try doing this. Let's see if I can do it. Ooh! Oh, almost.
Contact is key.
There it is.
Ah.
And I just stripped it. Should I go a bit further?
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's
sure?
okay. Leave it
Okay.
as is. And then the other side.
Strip in screws. That's what I do
Yes,
best.
baby. Let me help you.
Yeah, you do that.
Let me help you. Let me help you right here. And then you push the button.
Okay, I can do this.
Push the button. Yes.
All right.
Perfect.
I got it.
American brokers can as well.
Yes. By the way, what is the distance between these? It seems pretty uniform. Is there anything
It
meaning
is.
behind this?
So anything in an old Japanese house is measured in shakus.
Shaku, yes.
Shaku.
Yes.
One shaku is 31 centimeters. So you
Okay.
see everything is perfectly measured.
Right, that's about a foot. Okay, very easy.
American houses are 2x4.
Yes, that is right.
Japanese houses are traditionally made by shaku. So each of these pillars you see in the house is usually sanshaku in between. It's the same with these obiki you see here. Sanshaku in between.
Is that right? Okay.
And in between here we have ishaku.
I see. Okay. Oh, and you already have some styrofoam up there. Is that
do.
insulation?
This is insulation.
Is that actually insulation?
It is.
Let me see this. Wow! You know, I sell houses for a living. I've been in plenty of building sites before. They never put in good insulation. I mean,
They don't. I'm not sure this is actually that good either, but it's better than nothing.
yeah, no, I mean, because normally I would literally see them just put the boards right above this.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. And that was how this house was in the beginning as well. Just dirt underneath.
Oh,
basically.
that's beautiful. Oh, not even the concrete.
Not even the concrete. So the
Wow.
concrete came in just last week, and now we're putting in the floor frame and also insulation. So insulation here is kind of like putting in a puzzle, you know?
Okay.
So here is the messe, and
Okay.
then we have the osse right here.
All right.
So you just stick it in.
Great. Okay, I can do that. Oh shit. Okay. He says very confidently as he decides to break it. I think that works.
It works perfectly, and as you see here, it's each one of these is sanshaku as well.
I see.
So it lays perfectly on top of these obiki right here.
Aha. Okay.
You want to do me the honor? Next one?
Sure. I'll make sure not to mess it up as bad. What?
Us! I forgive you.
Okay. Well,
You're
he's fine.
American, you didn't know.
No, I didn't know. Americans are not good with power tools. You should know this. Oh, look at this. I can do this. I can actually do this. Wow.
Great
Wait,
job!
You're telling me that it's this easy to install?
To build a house is actually this easy.
Yeah, no, I mean this part. Because like I'm telling you right now, I've been in tons of really high-end buildings, really high-end, houses and everything. Most of the time, they have zero insulation in them in Japan. This is all you needed to do, really?
It is. The most important thing is to keep it airtight. So
Okay.
it doesn't really matter if you would have 10, 20 centimeter of thickness, as
Right.
long as it's not airtight, it doesn't really make sense.
But this looks totally airtight to me. I mean, what does something like this cost, by the way?
So this is about $40 for one of these. So
For one bag?
For one bag. So to put in insulation in the entire house will be about $250.
Wow. Okay, that is ridiculous. Japan, get better insulation. Like this is nothing. This is so easy.
One more thing is to have double pane windows as well.
Yes.
So where the air will leak after we put in the insulation is around the windows here. So we have to extend the door frame
Okay.
and then add an inner window here.
Oh, so you're not adding dual pane glass. You're actually adding a separate window inside.
Exactly,
So a double
correct.
sash. Okay.
Correct. So it's a double, what do you call it? Innazashi in
Innazashi.
Japanese.
Yeah, yeah.
So the effect is a double pane window, but in reality it's just two single pane windows just lined up.
Wow. Okay, that should make a huge difference, actually.
But it's way more expensive than just putting in the insulation because we have to order made each innazashi.
Yes, I can imagine.
So who are you and where did you get the glue from and where can we see your content?
I will not tell you where I got the glue from
Okay.
or the impact driver, but my name is Alex. I have a channel called Tokyo Portfolio where I show off the nicest houses and apartments all over Japan for your viewing pleasure. I have not done this kind of stuff before, but hey, I mean, I'd love to do it again.
You will help out tomorrow as well, you promised me, right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, Alex's link is in the bio down here and we're shooting something really interesting for Alex's channel as well. That will be out in maybe a month or two, so please check that video out as well.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and I am just gonna go right over here.
Of course you are.
See you later.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video where we built this house up again, covering all the costs and all the fun things with renovating an old Japanese house. In the next video, I actually have some Japanese friends who wants and who knows how to help me in a good way. Stay tuned and I'll see you next week. Arigatou gozaimasu.